Welcome, I'm Bill Wake. We're working on a set of Dulcimer Player's tools, things like a metronome and an index of first lines. We have the idea of the index of first lines and the log for your jam, but they ended up using different libraries of songs, and I'd like to unify those. I really thought I was going to do persistence this week and just focus on that, but I think instead, I feel like I've rushed through a couple of things in the last few days, last week anyway, trying to get ready to do persistence because we said we'd do persistence. And instead, I think let's pull back, do the things that we're lacking, and make sure it's what it needs to be before we get into persistence. I mean, we know from doing persistence before, if you have changes to make in your object model, unfortunately, it's easier to do it before you start messing with persistence, and certainly before you release with persistence, because then you've got to worry about migration and things like that. So we'll slow down a little on getting to persistence, but we will get there. I think it's the most noticeable lack right now, but we do have other stuff. So let's see. So our to-do, we left off. Last thing we did was, I forget what was what, but we had something called library, and I think we renamed it to songs or songs library. And I think maybe JamLog is our new library, because the first lines view doesn't care about performances, but the JamLog does. And so JamLog is the entity that knows there are songs and songs have performances. So I think we'll take a look there. Okay, here's JamLog. Boy, I keep thinking there's some unification across the first indexes and the jams. You know, we're really choosing, this is the subset of stuff I want to show, but it's all coming out of the same place. Okay, so let's see. Okay, and we do have performances. Now, I guess the thing to me is there stuff in performances? Is there performance-specific stuff that we can access? I mean, this is sort of that. It's saying, for a given song ID, I want to know the performances that match. So you may have played the song any number of times, and we'd like to see those. The last performance, same thing. Update record, that touches both. So I don't know. I think maybe we need to pull performances out as an object and give it the stuff it can do. Let's rename this to library. Do that first. Using songs in JamLog for the first line. I want to have a single set of songs. Now, the first time you run, we got a starter set that we load in from JSON. But at that point, I mean, if you've played a song in a jam and we let you edit the first line, you could add your own first line and put it in with the other jam song. I mean, the other first lines. There's no, you need just as much a reminder. I mean, it's a better one. It's one that you use. So yeah, I want to unify these. All right, but I am going to call this library now because it's going to be the thing that knows everything about songs and performances and any of that. Okay, library. Now there's going to be places that use the word log. Let's find usages. Really, that's the only one? I don't think that looks like using a log. Okay, let's find DPN app. Nope, content view. Okay, that's our X1 JamLog. Let's rename that. And then I'm going to look for anybody who says log. And let's just look for text. These sort orders may need to unify. Log sort order is... Now this is... Well, it takes songs, but it also uses performances implicitly because of last performance. I don't think that's fatal, but it's suggestive of a challenge. Where's log sort order? He's over with JamLog view. Okay, this is still JamLog view, I think. Because that's the tool, but the underlying thing is going to be the library. So this is log. Okay, let's rename this one to library. That wasn't what I wanted. JamLog view takes a library. Oh, what? This is... Okay, he did update. All right, it's the view that's... All right, well, I think that'll get us somewhere. Now I have to get used to thinking. But I do think performances is an entity just like songs is an entity. It's not a terrible lot of stuff. And I still wish... I feel like there's a gap in that a song with its performances, like what is the name of that entity? And that's the thing we don't have. Right now, performances is this kind of undifferentiated thing. Now, maybe it won't matter. Eventually, they are related in a sort of relational algebra sense. Performance has the idea of a song. But a song with performances seems like the thing that we should be displaying. And it's kind of not. I could say extended song or complete song or qualify it that way. It really makes me wonder if song just should know this stuff and that it should be the object that manages it. On the other hand, like, why should we dig up all this performance information just to show a few notes? But it might let us unify things in a different way. Then song would just be the thing that knows the stuff. And originally, this was separate because song was fixed and we couldn't add new songs. But now we let you add new songs because the JamLog needs that. You don't always play from, there's not some definitive list. So, I don't know. Then songs and library would kind of fold together, which the sorting kind of makes sense. I mean, sort by name, sort by tab, sort by notes. Those are different kinds that could be useful. All right. Well, that's kind of a big refactoring. Oh. Now, so what am I solving, I guess, right? It's... The way it is now, we have to manually manage the contents, the performances. Now, none of this is huge data, but the way you find performances are just an array, and you go through and you skim through every item looking for one that matches your song ID. So you're doing a lot of searching. But it's hundreds of things, not millions of things. So I don't think it's absolutely the determining factor, but I do think first lines. Let's just run this. Recall, because we haven't looked at this in a while. This one is sorted by tuning, and within that, name or tab. And then the first lines for the hammer dulcimers is sorted. It's not sorted by tuning. It's not sorted by anything. Yeah, and you can look at name or notes. Okay, yeah, countervailing or counterbalancing. If you want to share the song list with someone, it's better the song doesn't contain performances, but that could be handled. Yeah, I think there's going to be. I think maybe that's just going to have to be a fact of life, because if you, let's say, this is very future, but you export your stuff, and then, I don't know, you reinstall the app completely, and you load in the exported file you have. Well, this is your stuff. You'd just as soon have everything you put in. Now, it may be like the first lines.json file or whatever it is. Maybe that thing has changed. A new release has put some new songs in, or maybe removed an old song that was, I don't know, copyrighted or something. I don't think there's anything illegal about putting out a few notes like this, but if you put the whole song in and you're worried about, I don't know, Wildwood Flower, the Carter family performed in the 30s, and some stuff in the 30s is out of copyright and some is still in copyright. Although it's also true that they kind of took the song from 1880s piano music, I think, that kind of worked its way into vocal music. It might or might not be copyrighted, and we might have to remove something for some reason. So even if you're just doing it for yourself, I think there's some bit of merging. But if you were doing this to somebody else, like I'm in this jam I'm in every week. I've been in, like, since the pandemic started, we've been doing this, maybe 2020 or something. And if somebody came in new and they're like, oh, I wish I had all those files, I wish I knew all those songs that you had in your list. Like, I don't mind giving them the list, but they don't want to import performances. And then they could have conflicts. I said Angeline the Baker has DAA tuning and somebody else plays it in DAD or something else. That might or might not be compatible. So we have some work to do to make import make sense. We could just say import what, throw away what you have and import whatever it says. That's the sort of most primitive form, and it would be fine, as a starting point. But in real uses, I think you do want to control it some more. How do I merge them? Do I keep performances? Stuff like that. Okay. And then kind of still looking in, JamLog sorts by key, not sorts by, not by tuning, and not unsorted. And then within here, sorts by name or last played, which we don't have any, but there's one now today. And we can put one in for, whoops, if I remember to do it right, we control this. We could make one that went in October and shows up here. Okay. I still don't know if this is the right sort order, up or down. All right. So I think what I think could happen, if I look across those three tools, are the songs hashable to compare? Well, we probably have to do something. We would definitely have to do equatable, right, to decide if it's two different tunings, is that the same song? Well, probably not. It just depends. There's no official list, but there's sort of like pretty common practice in groups. And a lot of groups will play Amazing Grace or Angeline the Baker DAD, although the older style for that was definitely DAA, and it actually lays out a little better on a dulcimer in DAA, but most people, I would say 3/4 plus of the community plays DAD and doesn't worry about other tunings. And they would treat it differently. It's got different notes. It's got different, certainly you're playing different strings and stuff like that. So, they are kind of different. Now, yeah, if somebody had a version in D and a version in G, I would say those are kind of different. They might decide they're the same, but yeah, they're pretty much different. Okay. I think we could, we don't necessarily do equatable now. I can't remember, but even if we don't, we certainly could define what does it mean for two songs to be the same. Certainly they got the same name. Now you could merge them. I definitely have songs that are like AKAs, what's something, well, there's Angelina the Baker and Angelina Baker, but some people distinguish those. Well, I have some. Let's put it that way. Oh, there's a song called Christmas Holiday, and it's also known as Big Liza Jane. And the tune is exactly the same. I don't know if either one has words. I suspect Big Liza Jane does. I don't know about Christmas Holiday. So in my notes, I say, Christmas Holiday, see Big Liza Jane, or vice versa. I can't remember which one I made more important, but there's definitely an AKA kind of thing, and I would like to merge those. If I realize, like, wait a minute, Little Black Dog and Pretty Little Dog are the same thing. They're just two different names for it. Those kind of things. Okay, so, but what I'm looking for is I would like to make a generic view that handles all three of these. Okay, so the sorting, the overall sorting, what fields do you show, and what logs, what sort orders can you specify? Those all seem to me perfectly valid. And yet they seem very unifiable. Okay. We're selecting a field to sort by primary sort, and then this one is kind of the secondary sort within that category. And in this case, it's tuning, and the other one, it's keys. You could probably make a case for both of them being the same for dulcimer, mountain dulcimer. But primary tuning is different. What fields do you show is different. What fields do you sort on is different. But the shape of them is basically the same. And they would benefit from filter. The first lines list would, so that can be unified in, and this is the same. So that's where I want to go. That all three tools are a special case of different ways to look at the same song library. And I think the differences are useful enough. When I'm logging, I don't want to know the first line and all the extra stuff. I just want to know, like, we did Amazing Grace, boom. We did Liza Jane, boom. That kind of stuff. So it's useful to have the views. I think same thing with hammered dulcimers. They don't want to see, well, let me go to the tab. They don't want to see tab, and they certainly don't want to see tunings, DAC, DAD, and so on. So, yeah, I think that's probably doable. And then also we have news that's hanging out as a different kind of tool. There's still, maybe we could unify that too. Not in its contents, but just in the tool, the front page version of it. All right. That gives us a direction. So let's see. The other thing is we had stuff that we noticed just kind of doing stuff. Like one was, we don't want to see the same date multiple times because you did one at noon and one at 2:00. Okay, so we really want to ignore the time. That is kind of tricky, unfortunately, but well, the way they say it is songs have lyrics and tunes are just instrumental. Some people kind of lazily just call everything a song. That wouldn't be horrible, but there is a distinction. Let's see. the answer to the question. Star of the County Down. I have heard lyrics for that. Actually, I've heard a couple different lyrics. Amazing Grace, yes. Angelina Baker, yes. Boil Them Cabbage, yes. Cripple Creek, yes. Gray Cat, yes. Liza Jane, yes. Mississippi Sawyer, I don't think I've heard lyrics. Old Joe Clark, yes. Soldier's Joy, there are versions with and versions without. It's a really relatively old song. I mean, this we used to live in Colonial Williamsburg, so 1776 and all that, and they would play that. I never heard anybody singing it. The version you hear sung, well, I probably heard somebody singing it there, but not sure that part's authentic. It got picked up as a Civil War tune, and then Soldier's Joy was kind of reinterpreted as cocaine or heroin or whatever they're using for drugs in those days. The doctor would give you this, and that was Soldier's Joy. Spotted Pony, no lyrics I know of. Waterbound, yes. Wildwood, Shady Grove, yes. So yeah, I mean, it looks like of the list I picked, I've only one or two that don't have lyrics. There are also songs that there's a version with lyrics and a version without lyrics. They have the same name, but may or may not have the same tune. So yeah, it just varies. There are so many little individual clusters of things that you just can't know what any group is going to decide is the way things go. So it's pretty hard. I mean, I feel for the guys that put out jam books and, they're trying to say, here's 50 songs that are most common in jams as I've played across the country. And, it's a good starting point list. And that's fine. You do something. I mean, almost everybody has a version of Old Joe Clark or, Amazing Grace or whatever, some of them are similar and some aren't. Okay. But I think the goal of unifying these is reasonable. And so I'm going to try and do that. I don't know if we should do these, sort by date, way to delete messages when no performance is found. That's kind of useful. Sort by source was something to add. Most played is also performance-based. I don't think those get easier or harder because we merged those entities. Okay, so let's merge song and performance. Performance says for a song. Okay, so the song will own an array of performance. Okay. So what's a good way to do this? Let's just add the field. Var performances of equals array of performances. Okay, starts out empty. Wow. Okay, performance. Oh, that should be performance. He is not decodable. Okay. Decodable. I think they will have to be codable in the end. Okay, performance needs to be equatable. Okay, and I think those are pretty accurate. If the date, the remarks, or the song ID are different, they're different. Okay, so does not conform to hashable. Maybe I should make extensions. I think that's kind of... I should try. Hashable might get you equatable for free. Yeah. Okay. That shouldn't break anything, I don't think. True. Yeah. And that's probably a good thing, I guess. Okay. Oh, I didn't add it to my. All right. First lines.json. That name probably should get better. Okay. Well, performances. I don't know. Do you do this? I had kind of hoped initializing it would suffice, but apparently not. Okay, try again. Okay, I don't think I complained this time. All right. All right. So the thing to do. I want to do this kind of. It's called parallel change, right? Excuse me. We're going to make it so that anybody who changes performances is going to also change song. And then once we have that all in place, we can switch everybody to use song. And once we have all that done, we can remove performance from the universe here. Okay, so, and I think maybe this should become songs.json. Let's rename that. We're extending its purpose. Okay. Okay. And I guess we'll have to run that. Also, this thing probably should get a more real name. I mean, I think Dulcimer Players Tools is probably our working name. I don't know where that gets defined. Something else for me to learn about, probably. No. Localizable. Maybe it's on the project. Is this display name? Oh, where's iPhone 16 Pro? Clone ones where the tests are being run. Okay, that's going to take a minute, I guess. I've done two things, haven't I? Didn't do it. Okay, where is that? I don't know if it was because it was... Let's just remove this. Whoops. How do I do that? Here it is. Okay. Targets, DPN. I don't know where I find product name. I lost my... Oh no. Go to targets, build settings, product name under packaging. Product name. They've changed some of it. Okay, build settings. On your target. Quit Xcode. Targets. Sorry. It's inside groups and files. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, it is the bundle display name. Okay, so they said I had to quit Xcode, and somebody said I might have to delete something. Click totally on the project root in the sample navigator. But can I put spaces in? Okay. Change the button display name in the info P list. Well, that's old. Okay, because I think they moved that to the top level project, right? No. But display name. And display on the comes from the CF bundle display name. Yeah, it used to be in the info P list. now it's elsewhere. And I hate to bring in the P list just for one thing. Oh. Let's put this between there again. Okay, if it works, it works. Otherwise, I'm not going to let it bother me for now. And it seems like it's getting a whole new build. Guess that's something. Okay. All right. Oh, it jammed it together. Okay, let's try Dulcimer Tools. It's a little shorter. And that was in the target in build settings. No, I'm not seeing any apps with 2-word names, so maybe I'm not doing something right. Yeah, I can live with that. All right. Okay. No, changing. We've done that. All right. Now we're song. Okay, so who's creating performances? Probably this guy, right? Jam Detail View. Save performance. Okay, so I guess that save performance is the caller of this, which is JamLog view. Okay, so library.record song performance. Let's well, My fear is song is going to be a value object. Let's see what library.record does. Songs.update song. Can I say song.performances.append performance? Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. Okay, this is where it's going to get more dangerous. All right, so if I said var updated song equals song and then song.performances.append performance. Song is a let constant. Oh, updated song, sorry. Now this is sort of minimal because we already said we don't want duplicate performances and it should be sorted and all this. But I think we already have that problem, so I don't think I'm adding to the problems in my setup here. If I did this with updated song, now update. Oh, it removes the original song and appends the new one. Okay, so we're already okay. Okay, because we have a song with the same ID and the same contents, except then we modify the performances. We're going to remove the old one and then add the song. Okay. Is performance? It should be a var. I think I did. Yeah. Okay. So, and I guess what we just did kind of proved it too. Right. So this probably should become one method, like song.append performance or something like that yields a song. But that's doable. I mean, it's not a problem, I don't think. Okay, so whoops. My tests don't like the rename. The bundle rename. Okay, we'll do a clean. Clear test results. Clean build folder. And run tests. Oh, could not find test host for DPN tests. Evaluates to test host. Evaluates to this stuff. I don't even know if it's a DPN app anymore. Let's see if that holds. Oh, okay. I guess okay. So that was blah-blah-blah.derived data. Let's see. Well, I don't know if DPN.app. In here, I set this to Dulcimer Tools, product name. And in here, I set the display name to Dulcimer Tools. Okay, so it's all that stuff. Build. There's no products. I don't know if it's the test. Maybe I need to recreate this. Where's the test plan? Oh, but that's not right. Let's make a new test plan. How do I add tests to it? Do I drag these? No. No such module. DPN. That seems weird. And this is called DPN. This is why there's an app you can get for this. I think project name is related to the folder on disk. So display name, do you think? Oh, well, project name does sound like a low-level thing, doesn't it? Oh, where's that now? Bundle display name. Oh, product name. This should be DPN. Not if I have to restart Xcode again now. No such module, DPN. Okay, let's. Oh, that's looking better. But now I've messed up my tests. Include a test. I don't see anything to add with choose targets. Okay. That looks more promising. And I think we said turn this parallel thing off. I don't see how. Include new tests. Oh, parallelization disabled. Okay, so that's promising. Let's see this. Oh, no, he put the space, no space version in. No? Okay, good. All right, so our JamLog good. I think has everything. If I do this, I should get Angeline the Baker. I can add one that's back a ways. Yeah, I guess that say performance stuff would have to be different. Okay, but yeah, he's there. Okay, last played shows it. Okay, so I think that's working. Now, we can't tell if it's useful, right? Because we only write stuff in to the new structure of the songs. We don't read it there yet, but so far we're refactoring as far as I can tell. We're creating stuff and it's not blowing up when we add it. Okay, so we fixed rename problem. So project folder stays DPN. And then we write performance info to song when saving. Okay. All right. And then, well, I guess performance view. What's that called? Detail view. Jam detail view has performance info. Okay, so performances. Where's performances? Okay. So we want to get the performance info for this song. Like, I think this is better. All right. So again, Jam detail view is opened by JamLog view. I guess I can put them close together. Okay, Jam detail view gets library performances for songId. Now, I think we're just going to ignore that. We have song. All right, so let's performance info for, I think, just song.performances. And that's some formatting stuff. Okay. And I believe this is the only place. Oh no, it's not. I was gonna say it's the only place we show it, but this is the only place we show all the performances. All right, so let's make something with a couple on there. Angeline, October. Let's go backwards and show that's an issue for us. 7th of August. And we'll give a current one. Okay, so it's showing this here, but in the song details now, performances. Oh. Performance info for song.performances. Let's break here and look at song. Okay, so if I go back. Okay. Does it not have the performances? It does not. Okay, so let's... I guess GTL view has some, right? Because he's got a save performance. Song with performance. I think that's what we edited before. Coming from here. Save performance. Library. Oh, we changed library.record. Okay, so default performance makes a new one. Library.record should save it. Okay, and then why is this not doing it? Okay, so let's stop there. Continue. Okay, so they all went through the same path. Updated songs dot append performance. Okay, so let's look at song. Step over. Oh. Wow. Oh, there it goes. Updated song has a performance. Okay, let's step in. I don't know. Let's print songs. I'm not sure what that accomplished. Okay, so songs has a performance there. Well, I think it did. Well, let me make sure where we are. Okay. Yeah, let's look at songs. So he has, well, wait a minute. Angeline the Baker. What song? Amazing Grace. Okay. Has the song ID, which we know is redundant, 1217. Well, that's probably right. I guess you could tell me better. So I think songs is capturing performances. Performances.append performance, which we don't think does anything for us. So let me exit. Let me just go all the way out. Amazing Grace. And now in song details. Empty. And song is Amazing Grace with no performance data. So something didn't get saved. Do I have the thing I think I should have coming in? Well, it was song.performances. Song. Song came in. No performance stuff. What? I mean, library should capture. Okay. let's unstop there. Okay, so if I click waterbound, I got undated song performances. Okay, let's step over. Okay, so I should be able to see song is waterbound, no performances. Updated song should have a performance. Okay. Now, update. Remove the song, append the song. Okay. Let's break there. Okay, so print songs. And this was waterbound. Okay, has no performances. Let's print song and make sure it still does. It is waterbound. Yes, has a performance. So if I step over, what's going on? I think remove all was stopping at each line for me. Okay, songs.append song, and I step over. Now songs should have waterbound, and waterbound should have a performance, and will be the last because we just append. Okay, so that looks good. Okay, so waterbound, we clicked add instantly, add quickly. It created a new instance of waterbound with the performance attached, and it appears to have updated that in the songs class. All right, so I'm puzzled. Let's go out. Okay, so songs.update should have. So songs should have waterbound with performance. I probably should have put a remark on it, and then I'd know what I was saying, but okay. So at this point, songs.record seems to be doing what we want. Yeah, so what's the problem? Okay, library.record, song and performance. Okay, and then JamLog song. Default performance. Now that should change library.songs. That should have to run again. Okay. There's the quick save. Get all. Okay, we're out. Okay, so waterbound has the song there. What? And yet performances does not. Okay, so let's go back to Jam Detail View. I guess I want to see this. I go back. I don't know why you need to show me that to go back, but okay. All right, so if I do waterbound, did I set a break there by mistake? What's going on here? Apply forwarder for closure. Okay, Why did I not break? Oh, I am breaking. Am I breaking or not breaking? Okay. Let's do that again. It's going to break once. Kind of, I don't know why. We'll continue. All right, now when I come in here again, I should be in GM detail view. He should get down here and call that. What? Does it crash when there are no performances? Okay, that's a good question. All right, so I'm back on this thing. Let's look at songs. Did I type uppercase it? Okay, songs. Oh, being helpful. Is not songs not a thing? Song is a thing. Zero values. So what that's saying? Okay, let's try your suggestion. All right, let's go to one with no data. It seems like songs is not being updated. The list of songs or library. Okay, so Wildwood Flower has no performance information. Whatever's going on there. Okay. I don't think that's going to be a problem because we walked through a list of 0 items and returned nothing. Okay, that one should be right. Excuse me. It looks like when the test tried to access index 0. Now, I don't know why why it thinks something has changed when all we did was look. Okay, but all right, let me try a different approach. This one, we changed this from performance into song.performances. Let's take this off. Let's make sure things still run. Test tried to access index 0. Yeah, I'm not sure why it's stopping that assembly code for me. Like, didn't intend to set a breakpoint. I don't see one. Now, we should be back to what we were, just plain working. Okay, so I will add this. Take out the breakpoints as they meet them. Okay, so Gray Cat on a Tennessee farm. Why did you stop there when I grayed you out? Okay, 1 performance. All right, let's try. Oh, wait, where's that performance stuff? Let's do JamLog view. The label, JamLog song. He does last performance for songId. Let's move this onto song. Okay. Oops. The last performance of non-function type array of performance. Okay. The last performance for this particular song, we don't need the song ID really because it's this song. Take the maximum date if there is one. Dot date. Oh, find the performance with the maximum date and return either nil or the date field of the performance. Okay, and then this. Let's take that out of there. Well, we could just make it a var. Okay. What's your last performance? It's either nil or it's a date. Okay. That should be no harm. And then JamLog song. Let's take song.last performance. Okay, so I'm trying to get the one on the page to be formatted. Value of date must be unwrapped to refer to member formatted of type date. Well, what? If I do this, date should be nullable date, right? Okay. And if I format a nullable date, let's comment out this one. Song dot last performance question mark. Okay. So now we should be getting the date from that performance field. Let's see if that's saved. I'm trying to back it up to an easier place. I don't have a good understanding of why that song is not being updated when it seems to be. But I guess I'm suspecting a view error, that the view is not picking up on the change in songs. And maybe I need a binding somewhere or something, and I'm not doing that. Okay, so if I do this, all right, I think I clicked it. And if I go back and back, it is an update problem. Okay. I've had those before. Well, let's see. Now, I think the only reason I needed the library was to get that. Okay. at binding library. Where's songs? Is songs not published? Does it need to be? Maybe it does. I don't think it is. Yeah. But I thought an observable. Where's JamLog? Library. At observable. I probably just need that, but I thought if this was observable, its children were observable. But I may be totally wrong. All right, well, we can reproduce fast. Whoa. What just happened? Coding key songs, int value nil, no value associated with songs, underscore songs. Well, who is that from? Okay. I guess our JamLog? Got a warning. Immutable property will not be decoded because it is declared an initial value which cannot be overridden. Observation ignored. var songs. Immutable property will not be decoded. I guess underscore observation registrar, we don't want to be decoded, really. Yeah, this feels like, why is songs need to be observable but performances did not? All right, let's go find examples with observable Swift UI. Okay, before you were observable object, now we just say add observable. Yes. Remove published property from individual properties. Observation doesn't require property wrappers. The accessibility is in relationship to the view. I don't know. I mean, they're loaded into two different objects, I think. Probably need better examples. Getting started. That's more promising. I noticed lots of the examples use such simple contents. Okay, first way is initialize an observable as state. Yes, that's... Well, let's make sure that is done, but I think we're done. Defining observable as a let property. Yes, that's fine. How can we rule that out? I mean, I think what the problem this is saying, I think because we said songs was observable, and observable with an observable might be problematic. But let's see, where is that going to be determined? I guess content view, right? Okay, so we have a songs that does songs.read, and library also does songs.read. Coming out the first read file. Can we do that? No. Okay, we'll just say we got an empty list of songs for that one. Okay. Instead of trying to do the read. All right, so now the first tool should be empty, or the first lines tool should be empty, but the other one maybe shouldn't. I think we'll still get the same error, though. At least my theory of it is we'll get the same error. I think it's more nesting of observables with observables that it's worried about. Ugh. Yeah. Okay, so we had the same problem twice. So I think the question is, what is it trying to read? Okay, let's go look at that file. And there's this. Should that be underscore? Is there a songs initializer? Yeah. Okay, so I'm changing the first line to have the underscore just because that seems to be what it's expecting. Yeah. This may be a difference of like class versus struct or something, or it may have something to do with the observable stuff. Okay, our songs are back. Oops. Let's go back. This should be empty. Yep. Okay, I think that was maybe a red herring. This updates now. Okay, that's good. That updates. Okay, I think that does it. Okay, let's put the other read back in. Okay. Yeah. It's kind of unfortunate that we have to adjust for that. I don't know if we could do some JSON poking around and fix it with here, I think. All right, so we should see our stuff back. This available. That should update one. That should be in there. If we add one, say performance, and we go back, we see both. Okay. I think that's all right. Let's go see who are we reading in with that. Is songs. All right, there's a way to do that with I really should like memorize how to read JSON file articles. Who's got that? Somebody's got, is it Hacking with Swift that had the guide with everything in it? I think he might also show us mapping JSON keys to custom property names. That's it. Yeah. That's doable, but that's more work than I want. There's another way. It might have been this. Oh no, I saw a cheat sheet a minute ago. Codable cheat sheet, that's the one. Oh, it is the coding keys. Okay. Well, this file is not being touched by users. It's us. I think that's okay. All right. That was JamLog song that we did this to, which is good. And then Jam detail view performances. Let's just do song.performances, right? Okay. So I think we should see the same. We should see all the performances now, but only from the one view. All right. What did I do? All right, yeah, let's see if it worked real quick and then take a break. Okay, so adding this should update it right there. Let's add a couple others. December 1st. And that's looking good. It's got both those. We'll add another one just to be interesting. These do not sort, or do they? They do, they should. 12, 17, 12, 1. They're sort of decreasing. I'll add a new one. Okay, that's not decreasing. It's the order. Okay. But they're both showing, and they're both showing from song. They're not showing from performances, which seems like that's a good step. So take our break and we'll see if we can get rid of performances from this and whatever else it needs. See you in 3 or 4 minutes. Welcome back. Okay, we'll just run tests, and if that's green, we'll check in. That's still complaining. Immutable property will not be decoded because it is declared with an initial value. We may have to do some coding keys work yet. All right. Let's go back to Jam Detail View. Now, performances is not being used here. Let's call this format performance. And I think we're going to say we're passing in a song of type song. And down here, okay, now, does anybody reference this? Performances. Jam Detail View. Oh, okay. It's only used in the preview to build up performances so we can see them. Okay, what's the matter? Okay. So we'll move the actual performance up in here. And then this is no longer wanted. For its declaration. We don't really care about it anymore. Can I make it? Is that legal? Or it's a UUID? Okay, it doesn't matter what it is. All right. Okay, so that should be okay, but then the caller of Jam Detail View should not get performances anymore. Okay, now save performance. It's probably okay because it needs the song and performance, right? Let's see. Yeah, it's pulling the stuff from the field, so it's going to have to call something to do the performance saving. And JamLog view, save performance, pulls that in together. And I think detail view has to know the performance, so there's no shortage there or no way out there. Now, performances though, well, we got library. Okay. Okay, that's performance. That's that. That's the save we just looked at. Save default performance. And performance is Jam Detail View. All right, we don't pass that in here anymore. Should say performance be moved to song. Yeah, that might make sense. Although song is kind of the entity holding the song that needs it, maybe. But yeah. Okay, while that's testing, oh, I'm getting more and more problems. Line length violation. Okay. Yeah. All right, those passed, but we mostly touched view, so let's run it. Let me record that question. That issue. And then coding keys for songs to remove warning and rename under songs. Okay. Right, that looks good. Add another performance, December 1st. Good. Okay, we still have the sort issue. We still have the double two things on the same date issue, but that was there before. So from a refactoring point of view, that's all right. All right, so remove use of performances. Can I spell that? Okay, so we haven't looked at, let's make sure the sorting works. Okay, one benefit of that. And what else? The filter. I don't think it should be affected. Okay. And this. Let's just put galore and. That doesn't seem right. Oh no. I thought we had a done button or something on there. Okay. We'll come back again on that one. All right, but okay, so we merged. Well, what have we done? Make views consult song for performance info, not the performances array in library. That we've done. Okay, now the library, who is referencing this? A JamLog, which probably should not be called that. Okay. Well, he's got things that are interesting. Okay, let's songs, and I guess song. All right, so I guess the question would be, is there stuff that can move from library to songs? This we'll hold off on. Songs for a key. Well, that seems like it's songs anyway. Performances. Who calls this? A JamLog and last performances. Okay, so this sort order is still consulting the performance. Okay, so I think we gave song last performance. So we should be able to say song 1 dot last performance and song 2 dot last performance. Okay, now nobody's calling this. All right, nobody's calling it except the test. But so this function can go, but these tests, I think they maybe belong on song. A song knows if it has no last performance. That seems true. Let's open a song. Oh, do we not have a song? Okay. Knows if it has no last performance. Okay, now we don't need this. We don't need this. Let's just call this sut. And let's make sure that okay, this is the one we just pulled. Now that might actually. Sut dot, yeah. This first should exist, and that is now stored song, and then stored song dot last performance should be date. More. Okay, so, well, let's just make this UUID now. And that feel will go away too. Okay, so we'll give these performances to the song, and then we'll ask the song last performance should be the latest date. Okay, and that's a song test. Okay, and it makes sense to me that these, because we added one last performance thing, it makes sense to me that that's the one that the two cases for that are the two that show up in song. Otherwise, it's just a data bag with a bunch of strings in it, and we aren't going to test that strings hold their strings. Okay, but now this. All right, let's make sure tests are running. I don't know if did we change? Yeah, I deleted some stuff from library. Now, this might not be used anymore either. Nose performances in date order. Well, what happened? Okay, we got song one with. Oh, we don't have the performances on our songs yet. All right, let's do that. This is song one. And this is just going to be UID until we clean that up. Probably the same problem. We gave performance 2 a date, or song 2. Okay. All right. Now, who uses this? Same kind of problem. It passes the test, but it needs to use the new approach. Well, this is performances. Is this is no longer called. Except here. Well, that's functionality we don't have yet. Let's make that a constraint on our song. Song. Knows performances in date order. We gave it the 2 performances. And we expect that song dot performances dot map to date should be date 2, date 1. Okay. Believe that test is going to fail. Let's check this one out. Is that the same one? Page songs performances is empty. We got a song. We update it. We update it. What does that mean? Well, I don't think that's quite if you create a song with no details, sorry, if you create a song with no performances and you update it, your performances are still empty. That is boringly true to me. I don't think that's something that needs to be worked through. It did for performances, but now the song is the song, so I don't think that's a deal. Okay, but this one I believe will fail because I think we just put them in. We're just saying append. We don't force the order. So I think we should probably append it and sort it. And I think this is the moment to pull your add performance in. Okay. Are you going to pass anyway on me? Oh, did it? Update song details. Oh, you're right. We did change that, but this is no longer interesting. Okay. Make sure those pass still, but this one failed. Good. All right. So yeah, just this one. Yeah, so this is song. He really should be this add performance method. Okay, so let's find out where that got off to. I believe it's up in here. Yeah, so this we'll kind of conceptually inline a method or extract a method rather. What we really want to say is song with, well, we can't change song, so I want to say song with add a performance. Sure. Oh, it's a mutating function. Yeah, that's what we want. So mutating function add performance. Can I just say add? Maybe I should just do it like this. Add performance. Okay, and that should be the body of this. But now, okay. Append. Okay, but I want to do, okay. I guess I'll call it first updated song dot add performance. Still should fail because we haven't sorted it, but we'll sort. Okay, so if I do performances dot sort, using dates. Now, sort is the one that sorts in place, using the predicate as a comparison. Okay, good. Yeah, I think that's what we want. Um, 2003 59 5951. Okay, what happened? Oh, I didn't put the performances on my objects again. Oh no, I did. I gave it date 1, then date 2. Date 1 is 5/9. Date 2 is 5/1. Am I just backwards? I want the latest last. I thought if you put less than, you got ascending order. Well, let's see if this fixes it. That will be interesting. No. How can it be wrong both ways? I get 5/9, 5/1. I expected 5/1, 5/9. Song.performances. Oh, I don't sort it when I construct. Well, that's really, I think I need to do my add performance, right? Song.add performance, this one. And this one. Okay, even though I put them in latest first, I want to see date 2, date 1. I think I do less than. Okay, let's try that. Since that is the function we should be testing. Yeah. Oh, I must have bumped the wrong thing. Finished running profile. I lost my phone. Weird. Oh, I get out of this. Oh, so now we're not installing it to the clone anymore. We're installing it to the actual iPhone. I guess that's good. Oh, I did bump the profiler. It's over here. Okay. And those ran with no unusual problems. Okay. So, finish. All right. Well, libraries use of performances is definitely decreasing. Let's see if we got it gone. Okay, we declare it, we store it, we append a performance. Well, no one looks at performances anymore, so there's no harm there. Or no value there. Don't need that. Don't need that. Okay, test should run. But this can go away. Good. A little faster. Now, the build should tell us who called it with that. Log view. This is on preview, so this is on this one. Unexpected separator. What does that mean? Performance ends there, bracket in the song, comma. Oh. Yeah, we don't take performances anymore. Okay, and I think there's some tests that still have this. Yeah. But yeah, I think they'll all have empty performances at this point. Okay, we'll have to work on this test. This one's on song 1. I'm still running. Okay. Okay. Now, this thing is not adding anything with performances. So I think we will be able to merge library and songs. Did I say that? Let's merge songs and libraries. I guess we did merge song and performance. Let's just say we did it, not just started it. Okay. And remove ID, song ID from performance. Well, let's check this in first. Okay. And now performance. Who's referencing this? All right, let's take this out. Okay, we attach it to here to the song, so that's fine. That's the default one. And we don't need that preview ID anymore. Okay, let's see. I thought there were more of those. Thank you. Should be good. Okay. Well, where we are, performance is good, I think. Jam detail view. I think that's okay for now. This, I think I want to take your suggestion on the name change. This is really add performance. Now, songs. Something's a little funny here. I think. Well, okay. I call it contents, and songs. That doesn't seem right to me, but we'll see on that one. Library. I think this, wherever this sort order. I think these should be merged together. So the order sort songs, I think, is very similar to songs.contents in some order. I don't know, candidates maybe should come first here too. But I want to merge log sort order with the other one. Okay, this is JamLog view. Right. We don't go through all the sort orders at this point. We choose per screen what ones they are. Let's move this over at least to be close to the other one. Okay, so my goal is to move them together. String, case iterable, identifiable. ID, self. Okay, that's okay. Let's do this. Okay, that should still be okay. But I want to move. Basically, I want to fold library and songs together. I don't know. Maybe that's what I should just do. Because everything it does. Right. We don't have the containing notion. All right, yeah, we have 2 minutes. Let's not go too crazy here, I guess. All right, so I want songs. Whoever's talking about library. Well, he says songs dot do that. This could be a method on songs. All right, so if songs, this is just self.update because it is songs. So given a song and a performance, we're going to attach the performance and replace the song with the updated song. All right, so this could call songs.record. All right, nobody should mind that. And let's see who references this. And if it's tests, we can move that into a songs test. A JamLog. Okay. And we don't have a test for the songs. We do. Okay. Oh, I lost my find. Library. This test could probably be on songs. All right, we'll pick up there tomorrow. Okay, so this is, well, it's really merged songs and libraries. Move test from a JamLog. To the songs. All right. And more. Okay. Well, a lot of refactoring today, but I think the result is coming in. A song is slightly more complicated. We've added some functions to deal with this stuff, but that's a lot less than the JamLog stuff was doing. So I think that's simpler. I think the big complexity left is these two not being merged yet. But once we do, I think we've made a good step forward. Just a quick, I think this could probably be a set rather than an array, and then when you fetch it, you sort it. All right. Yeah, it's always fun to do the refactoring. It feels weird because like nothing changes in what it does, but I think we're closing in on a much better situation, and we'll be able to merge those two views and do a lot more simplification there. I think that will pay off. All right. I'll be back tomorrow, 2 to 4:30 Eastern or 7 to 9:30 p.m. UTC. Thanks, Mudshark, and anybody else watching, take care. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.